Cameron, you're an older gentleman. When did yoga pants be considered pants?
Wait, say that again.
When did yoga pants became?
Hold on, time out. Say that one more time, Victor.
When did yoga
No,
pants?
that's not what you said.
You're an older gentleman. We already know. We got that part. Shoot.
But the way Victor made
No, we already established the I'm old part. We established that.
But my question remains: when did yoga pants become acceptable as pants?
Oh, you really
Because
wanna
they're
have,
not.
Oh, why do you want to have the good conversation? Okay, so back in the day.
Back in the day when I was
Young, I'm not a kid anymore. So back in the day.
Don't sue us.
Back in the day, before the yoga pants thing, it was always jeans.
Jinko jeans?
Didn't matter, no, because you always want. It's one of those things that guys always like looking at women. Just call it what it is. But the one distinctive feature was, if she was top heavy, and what type of top she had, but that wasn't super important. But women or girls with tight jeans on was the thing. When it became like, well, jeans is kind of regular and everybody's kind of doing jeans, what certain people started doing, a lot of the gym girls who would go to the gym, they would come from the gym and go shopping. And when they were coming to the gym and just going shopping, and this wasn't like in like the regular neighborhood, this was really more so in like your Beverly Hills, your Irvines, places like that. The women would just walk out there like, I ain't getting redressed up and putting on jeans and all this stuff just to go to a Walmart or a Target or whatever. I'm going to go out there with just my yoga pants, a regular t-shirt, and keep stepping. Then they started getting attention. And then everybody was like, all the guys were starting to like holler at these girls because they were just wearing straight yoga pants. And that's how the trend started.
Which is a misleading name because they're really not pants.
I mean, they're pants in the form of, they just stretch and
they're more akin to pajamas.
Not really, because the material. No, because the material makes it. The material separates that. You're not sleeping in those things. No. You're not sleeping in those pants. They're too tight. They're compression, and so they're designed to really hug.
So they're also false advertising.
No. They're designed. They are designed. No. Well, men do wear it, but where do they? Well, where do you see them?
It's called a gurney, ain't it?
No, basketball athletes wear them. They wear similar stuff. They just don't call it yoga pants. But when you see the athletes, when you see the ball players, Kevin Durant, he has one that's a single leg. You've seen certain people who wear. It does. No, I'm just saying, but it's you. But see, it's for like those are used. They're compression. They're basically compression things, and they're used to keep your muscles intact. So when you're working out or running and athlete stuff, that's what it's used for. Yes. But women made it I'm just gonna walk out with these on because they know that any person who walks out there with yoga pants on is going to get eyes on them unless they got them 505 jeans, just straight pockets, just up and down, no, just straight pockets. Outside of that, if you got a little bit of a swing to it, then you're going to get looked at. Now here's the problem. When they started marketing this, when they started making these for kids, that's when it became a problem.
Well, I would argue it was a problem long before that.
No, it was a problem, but it was really became a problem because now you got these junior high girls wearing them regular. High school girls wearing them regular. And that's the problem because now you got these grown men staring down kids because of these stretch pants that they're putting on.
Well, I'm afraid it's not just the pants, but yeah.
No, but that was really the thing because now you already got them focused because of their mamas was wearing them, but now you got the mamas and the daughters wearing them. I know you're laughing.
No,
but
you know why I'm laughing because it's the truth.
It's true.
But
I've
seen that happen.
And that's the problem that you have because now you're looking at the daughter and you look at the mama. And then you kind of realize that, well, the mama got a daughter, but let's say that daughter is like 18 and pulling up. Now you in your head contemplating, Why? Because and the reason why he laughed is because you know this be the case. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, you hear the conversations. The mama straight, but the daughter. You see it.
I hate to admit it, I've not been one
You
of
see
those
it.
guys. But it's like,
I'm not gonna.
I can't knock off the features wise. I mean, let's just be honest with you. You see this happening all the time. You see it, like you said, when they go to the store, at the gym. The gym's the worst part.
Well, cause the gym, that's where you accept it.
Expect it.
I honestly think gyms should be gender separated.
That ain't gonna never happen.
I know, but I said I think they should be.
No, they tried doing that, and that doesn't work. That doesn't work. They tried doing that. Planet Fitness, they were intending on
Honestly,
doing that.
it's more for the men's sake because the women seem to be harassing the guys a lot by accusing them of staring at them.
That's their fault.
I know that, but they're still blaming the men.
No, because the thing is,
Even with that,
No.
because you can't, and I'm glad you brought it up.
Let's talk the gym toss. Boys, speak up, too.
I had to say it again.
speak up.
Oh, I'm sorry. This was a conversation I had to.
That is one thing. You are too quiet. Oh, we love you on the show.
I can't
We
help
want to
it.
hear your voice. Speak up.
Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing,
We got the testing. Boy,
Okay.
speak up.
Because it's their fault because they know what they're doing when they walk through that door.
The men or the women?
The women.
So elaborate on they know what they're doing.
Because when you walk in, it don't necessarily have to be a gym. Above average, what are they looking for? Even when they're working out, to see if they're gonna get attention.
Yes. Everything you gotta remember.
I don't care if you just you have to be in the top 10 category, but what you're wearing
Most aren't.
exactly. Thank you.
That's the
problem.
That's the thing because they know this, but they know that if this is going to get eyes on me, I'm going to do it. In the gym, you see this all the time. So when you notice the women in the gym, there's two different dress styles. It's the ones who are in the baggy sweats and the oversized t-shirts. Why? Because they ain't trying to show off nothing. Then you got the other ones who are in the pants, the tube top. Why? Because they're trying to get the attention. It's what it is.
I gotta find something else.
It looks cute. It looks this. True. But see, then they want to get mad when they go out the house.
Real quick, before I look it up, place your bets. Who invented yoga pants, man or woman?
Men invented those.
Wait, what?
Men invented yoga pants.
Oh, yeah.
I know. Man? Okay, let me find out.
But,
But they'll go in the gym looking a certain way with the intent of knowing that somebody's going to be looking at them. Because you're not putting it on otherwise. Because you already went through the whole thought process of, oh, what am I going to wear at the gym today? It's the same thing that you do when you go up and go to any place. But now, if you're going there,
I didn't realize they only came out in 1998.
that's a fact. When you go to the... Yes.
Yes, they're very recent.
Yes.
They were made by a man by the name of Ryan Malachi.
Yes.
Sorry, Cameron, I don't mean to derail you.
No. But that you're right. They were just recent. But when you go through the whole thought process of thinking what you're going to wear, I'm going to put on this outfit because that's the woman making that choice. Now, let's say she's going there with her dude. That's one thing because she could be putting on like, baby, does this look cute? Yeah, it looks cute. Am I cool to wear this to the gym? Yeah, you're okay to wear this to the gym. I'm gonna be there, no harm, no foul. Yeah, you know there's gonna be a few eyes looking, but you know the guy's there with her and is aware of it. It's the women who go in there knowing that they're gonna be wearing this, knowing that they're single, knowing that they're getting attention. Why? Because they want some of these gym dudes to come up there and talk to them. But then they get offended when they do talk to them because it's not their type. It's not the one who they're trying to chase after. They're going in there dressing because they're trying to look at somebody.
Chasing a long time.
No. But here's the thing.
Well,
They know this. But they're going to do this anyway because it's not the masses that they're really doing it for. It's the one or two person in that gym who they're really trying to get the attention of, who's probably there with their wife already or with their girl already, and they're still trying to do it because they're trying to upgrade their life.
It's a tale as old as time. When a fisher is casting his bait and he doesn't get the fish he wants.
Exactly. And those are the problems that you have. Coke, not a sponsor.
No, I didn't say that.
No, I have to say that because it's in camera.
Yet.
I mean, that's just like when you see, when you like going to the club wise, when you see, girls at the club, they know what they're doing when you know what you're doing when you step and go out the club. But then you get upset when a guy don't even ask, hey, can I buy you a drink? Hey, you want to dance? Like, no, I'm here with my girls. Then why did you come to the club?
No, because you know what they're trying to do? It's not the fact that they don't want to dance. They just don't want to dance with you.
Exactly.
That's the thing, because they have their whole, when they go out, they have their preconceived notion of who they're doing it for. Now, whether they tell you or not, it's a different conversation.
And that's another thing. I'd rather you tell me straight up front than let me go on.
But here's when you find out. You're in the club, right? Getting your backyard boogie on, whatnot. You see the female. Now, see, guys do the dumb
Jungle Love?
No, the guys do the dumb thing and, well, let me send them a drink first. So you done already try to trick off $25 right off top, just sending them a drink for nothing, and then you want to walk your way over there. No, smart people would go talk to them first. Hey, what's up? How you doing? Try to feel the vibe a little bit. Then, once you got a little bit of a conversation, then you introduce the drink. That makes sense? Guys got that part backwards. They mess themselves up. They spend a lot of money on a girl. They be like, oh, I think that girl's cute. Go send her a drink. Send her a drink. And you know what that girl's doing? Especially in this day and age, they expect that drink to come. Why? Because they know that some dude is going to do it. You do understand that? Oh God, I'm gonna switch this conversation a little bit, but follow me. The only reason why a lot of these girls do what they do, as far as like OnlyFans and Instagram models and whatnot, is because guys take that club perspective that we just talked about and translate it to their day-to-day life.
Online.
It's the same thing. It's literally the same concept. You're throwing money ahead of time without speaking, without knowing what knowing that the girl has no interest in you, but you're going to send her money or send her resources, whatever it may be, for what? To get nothing back? Online. And get nothing back.
Because they know
and they're going to continue doing it because they think that, well, I have access to them. They know me because I send them $1,000. No, they don't know you. They're just taking your money, and maybe they send you a random message. Thank you.
Online.
But you're not having no real interaction with said person. You know the only real people that these women really have interactions with, like for real, you have to send them a significant amount of money for them to even think about considering you in the equation. And they still may hate you, but they love your money. Well, see, the problem is we do that. This is the problem. The easiest way for us to stop it is to stop taking that club mentality into our regular life.
All right,
stop
boys.
Sending them drinks. Stop sending them money.
No,
but see, that's the thing. I'm going to buy you a drink. But why buy them a drink? Talk to them first. And if they're not worthy of the conversation, because a lot of them you'll figure out is they ain't worth your time, effort, or energy. They're plastic. They're fake hair, fake nails, fake everything. You can't hold a conversation down. And then you still throwing them money for what? Yeah, I know you got it, but dog, if you're going to throw money towards a female, throw it to somebody who's actually going to be worthy of that time.
Would you say it's almost as extreme as you're practically falling in love with a cartoon?
You're falling in love with the imagery of something that you're not going to have.
You're falling in love in a fantasy world.
Yeah, that's what I mean, like a cartoon. It's not real.
Yes, you're falling in love for the fantasy of.
It's a fantasy because, you're constantly drooling over this person to the point that you even...
You've seen
No, it's people.
It's people.
So think...
Well, you know how these fools act? You've seen old school Looney Tunes with the wolf?
Right.
start banging on the table.
And see, here's the difference. If you took them out of that environment and put this situation in a real world environment, like I said, we're at a job where we're in front of 150 people. 200. Where our staff is 300 people in its entirety. At any one given point in time, we have about 90 people in our building as far as like workers.
I do not feel like it.
I know it doesn't, but we really do. Do you really see something like that happening? Do you see a bunch of, like, in real world, do you see us like, oh, we're just gonna, let me go feed this girl real quick, just because we think she looks cute? Do you really see that happening? At what point in time, well, we did see that happen.
Yeah,
I ain't gonna mention who did it.
Yeah, I just caught
But in most situations, that's not the case. What happens first? We talk. You have a conversation. Go through all them. Go through all that. You figure out if they're worth the effort and energy before you even invest a soda into this person. Shoot, the own leadership don't even invest a soda into you unless you put in some work.
It's
I'm not trying to be funny. I'm just being truthful here.
I know, but it's kind of you guys seen Shark Tank?
Yes.
And for those reasons, I'm out.
Exactly. And this is the reason why I always say dating in your era is going to be extremely hard, because you're dealing with a lot of guys who do that, the opposite of, and they mess it up for everybody else. Because now you got the women on this inflated ego, because they think that, well, I got all these guys buying me drinks. Well, I'm an Instagram model, so I got all these guys paying for me to fly out here, or paying for me to go on this trip, or paying for my car, or paying for my bills, paying for my rent. And so now the expectation is when you go on a date, I heard this on Slice podcast, I forgot who it was. Well, you can't date me unless you pay my rent. Really? This is what we're coming down to? Because you want to know why that happens? Because somebody down the line did something like that. Because they wouldn't have that expectation unless somebody did it for them. And
Most likely, but it's not impossible.
No, it's possible.
No. I mean, it's not impossible. That's what they think of themselves without that happening yet.
But that's what they think. That is what they think. Their expectation, well, I'm so pretty that I'm so pretty. My hoo-ha is so good that I could ask for this and somebody will do it. But see, that's the problem. The guys will do it because they're so desperate for the interaction. That's where we messed up in social media.
We just got to go back to stoning people.
No, people just got to just stop.
No, people got to learn how to have conversations.
But the problem is they won't stop till they're dead.
Well,
that's the problem.
That's the problem.
Because I can literally say that if...
Actually, I'm a fool. It's not stoning them. They just got to...
No, I got what you mean.
They got to hear the gospel.
Yes.
That's
because we can sit here and say, we can sit here at the table and say, oh, we're three guys, but we know how to have a conversation.
Yes.
Most people can't have a conversation with a person like that because, they already know the expectation is so high. What can that person actually have to talk to me about?
More importantly,
more or less,
what's your prescription?
More importantly, we can. If there was a female, more importantly, I'm gonna get to your point. If there was a female on this table, we can have that conversation.
On the table?
Not literally on the table. No, I mean, first of all, my bad. Let me rework that. Sorry. Pause. No.
On the table?
I know. Let me rework that. Sitting at the table.
There you go. Good man.
Not on the table. Sitting at the table.
But go ahead.
Because we know how to conduct ourselves, can have that conversation. And it doesn't require us to say, oh, for you to come hang out with us, we're going to pay you $100 ahead of time. No. But there's certain people, they would do that.
That's funny.
Because
I gotta find that site because literally this is what I've been watching because I want us to go on that show because he was telling me sitting at bunch like how we doing a podcast, bunch of girls, bunch of tens, bunch of guys, and we had the conversation about this. I asked him if it came down to you, to a regular guy coming up to you, just want to have a conversation, can you handle that?
they can't.
They can't.
Because when you're, because when you are when you are mentally in an elevated state, when people have been supporting you, when this is where, like I said, where social media and OnlyFans and Instagram models have messed a lot of things up. When people are funding you without you having to do anything, their expectation is, I want this expectation to be higher because I already have somebody who could fund me for the basic stuff. Now they want somebody who is a
Gentlemen.
600. They want somebody who's $100,000 man or better to fund them to continue their lifestyle.
Hold on. Before we go any further, we have to have a proper introduction.
We'll get there in a minute. Don't worry. We'll get to the intro. Women wants to have $100,000 man or more because that's their expectation. Because somebody
isn't that a movie, $1 Million Man?
Mm-hmm. So, what was the movie where? Was it Demi Moore? And they were playing pool. It wasn't The Color Money. It was one of those. And he said,
2 for the Money?
No. 1 2 for the Money. Kind of like 2 for the Money, but it wasn't that. Where he said, that's a great movie, by the way. Where he said that he was playing pool and he was like, I want to pay to be with your wife for one night.
That's disgusting.
That wasn't Demi Moore. I know what movie you're talking about.
And he was like, and they were like $1 million, and this was during like the late 80s, mid 90s. I forgot the movie. I can't think of the name off the top of my head. It will hit me later.
Was it Demi Moore? Was it Nicolas Cage? No.
It was Demi Moore.
Let me look it up. Just keep talking.
Demi Moore. Was it Matthew McConaughey? God, what was the movie?
Oh wait, The Gentleman. That wasn't with Demi Moore. That was Matthew McConaughey.
But Matthew McConaughey.
Charlie, the dude from Sons of Anarchy, he was in it.
Yeah, was it Charlie? Was it Charlie's? There aren't no. God,
was it The Gentleman? That was a good movie.
It wasn't The Gentleman. It was an older movie. I thought it was Demi Moore. Maybe not.
But anyways.
But what he did was he was like, yo, and I remember because they were married and they were like thinking about it. Oh, should we do it? Should we not do it? Should we do it? Should we not? And she was like, no, not really. And he was like, no, the money's not important. But they thought about the money. That's kind of the day and age.
Indecent proposal.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's what it's called.
Indecent proposal. Yes.
No, that's a Sandra Bullock.
Was it Sandra Bullock? Or was it Demi Moore?
I think it was Sandra Bullock.
This woman.
Demi Moore.
Oh.
Young. That's why I was like, I knew it was Demi Moore. I remember that. Because she was there, she had the black dress on, and she didn't really want to do it, and she wound up going anyway because her husband kept convincing her to do it.
Oh, that was 1992. That's when they had Bridget. God. She was a good actor too. She played in one of my favorite movies with Nicolas Cage. But yeah, go ahead.
But that's kind of it started then because the people who have money, like I said, they think women are disposable. And because these women are thinking that they're more valuable than what they are, and there's guys who they don't have nothing to do. You know what these guys do? They make a buttload of money. They're a lot of them are tech dudes or business dudes. They make a buttload of money, but they can't find a female to save their life. Whether they don't have a look, whatever.
I think a lot of it has to do with being socially
inept. They don't have the social skills, whatever it may be. So they just literally throw money away because they know they can't do it in real life. But the problem with that is that you're inflating these girls' mental to think that, oh, well, money is everything. I do this for the money. And you hear these people do it. I do it for the money.
What you're saying is not only is the American dollar suffering from inflation, but so is women's ego.
Yes. Because the women will go where the money goes. Because they think
out in one place.
No, I'm just being honest with you. They go where the money goes. Because don't think that just because you may think everything's stable, let the money go a little bit, and you'll see your woman start to. Well, I'm gonna be with this dude because he got more money. Cool. But like you said at the top, that's where a lot of women get themselves in a lot of trouble, and they put themselves in bad positions, and then after all that. Then they want to come back and be with the dude that they were supposed to be with.
The regular guy.
The regular dude who treats them good.
but
take
you
care of
didn't
them.
You didn't want the regular sexy guy. You wanted the bad boy.
No, you wanted
that chase the money.
You didn't want stability. You wanted eccentricity.
No, you wanted the
Nine out of
money.
10, that's why they're never gonna be married or never have kids.
Right, but see,
Or worse,
here's the flip
Well,
of it.
generally they do it, but some don't.
But here's the flip of it. If you really look at the grand scope of things, there's a lot of women who aren't really like that either. It's just they're not going to be
The loud minority.
yeah, they're not going to be plastic. They're not going to be with the BBLs and all that stuff. They're going to be regular. That doesn't mean that they're not pretty. It's just they don't exude the.
I had this conversation. I'm pretty sure you had the person we know when we was talking about something, but she said, "Why does guys always look at that person but don't look at this one?"
Well,
I said that's right there because you gotta think about it. Look at that person and look at you. Not saying you're not beautiful, but every guy know the expectation with that person because of how they carry themselves. That's a walking advertising.
Well, okay. Well, see, the problem is nowadays this is a very modern problem, as a lot of our problems are. Surprisingly, not. But the problem is indecency has been labeled beauty when it's not. Beauty is not indecency. By indecency, I mean dressing very promiscuous. Right? Promiscuousness is not beauty. Beauty is beauty. Right? Conservative dress is more beautiful than the more promiscuous person. Right? Because it's not beauty. It's just flesh. It's not genuine. You're thinking with your head from the south.
You said something. It's not genuine. That's the thing I think that people kind of flip. If you saw a girl with clearly she has a BBL or a boob job. Here's the first thing two guys are gonna think right off rip. One, oh yeah, she's curvy, whatnot, cool. What does her face look like? She's pretty in the face. Because those things you really can't doctor up too much. You're gonna know if she's pretty or not pretty. That's first and foremost. Here's the second thing they're gonna know. If she got a BBL and she got a boob job, she's basically about $25,000 into her body. For real.
Yeah.
No, I mean, because really, when you think about it, if she got $25,000 in her body, that means she's going to command more than that, because there's $25,000 in her body, and whether she paid for that or not is a different conversation. Because a lot of times she may not have. Somebody paid for it though. Somebody paid for that to happen.
What would be worse if her own parents bought it or a lover?
No, situational.
But I'm asking which is worse.
No, it's neither. Now here's the thing. And neither one of them could be true, because here's the thing. You don't know I always say you don't know the circumstance in which it happens, and this is why I give some of these women the benefit of the doubt. There's certain ones who just do it because I can't do it, so I have to do this to put myself in competition to make myself look better. I got it. I know if you're an actor or actress, it's mandatory that you do this because you got to have a certain look when you're in the acting field. I understand that. When you're in music, the same thing. But then there's other people who it may be what I would say medically necessary. And that's the thing.
I didn't think about that.
Yeah, so there's certain people who will be like, I got to get a BBL because it's medically necessary. And I know people don't think it's medically necessary, but let's say you went from a bigger weight and you dropped down to a smaller weight and you got like
we've had this
saggy skin, and you got like excess skin and things like that.
This is a few episodes back. We had this exact conversation.
And so those
make sure to go listen to it.
Yes. And so those are things that you got to kind of keep in mind. So you got to understand the circumstance in which it happens. But the only way you're going to understand the circumstance in which that person got to that point, you got to be able to talk to some people. You got to be able to talk to the females to get there. But the problem is, people are more concerned about, let me pay for the drink first so I can have a conversation, as opposed to, hey, how you doing? I think you're cool. Can we have a conversation for a few minutes? Most girls, will probably at least entertain the conversation if you have good enough conversational skills.
I'll elaborate on that because they enjoy a good story than they do the truth.
Forget the story. You can tell can tell them the truth. But sometimes you could give them the conversation.
But sometimes they don't want to hear the truth.
No. But sometimes they will hear the truth if you are good with the conversation.
If you know how to work your tongue.
But that doesn't mean that
at the same time, what I mean is this, because you had this conversation on the camera when I told you about when I was watching that episode about when females ask why guys lie a lot, and I said, and Bill said because
you can't handle the truth.
You can't handle the truth, so you enjoy a good story. Same idea with that, because if we literally sit here and say, and God, I wish my best friend was here because we just had this conversation because he did so good. I know you ran across this, and me and you both ran across it. If, let's say, for example, if a girl said, "Do I look good in this?" What's the natural reaction a guy's gonna say?
Well, you're gonna say yes initially, but it always goes to the statement I always say, and I say it right off rip, and I'm gonna tell it to y'all for everybody on cam. What do you want me to do? You want me to lie, or you want me to tell the truth? Because I'm gonna answer that. No, I want you to understand that because I'm gonna tell you this ahead of time. Do you want me to lie, or do you want me to tell you the truth?
Well, if you're gonna
wait, hold on. Do I look fat in this?
Yes.
Do you want me to lie? Or do you want me to tell you the truth? Because here's the thing. No. But here's the thing. That doesn't mean I will say, look, you look good in this. It doesn't matter what your weight proportion is. If you look good in something, you look good in something.
That's the problem.
But if I tell you, yo, and I have this conversation, yo, the fit is good, but the shoes, you got to change the shoes. But see, if you got the respect of the person whom you're asking, they're going to respect what you say, and maybe they'll change it, maybe they won't, but they'll at least consider it because they'll think about it.
And that's the problem. I'd rather, even with us, I'd rather y'all tell me like, hey, P, I'm not finna let you walk outside wearing this. Then to hurt my face. I would rather somebody say, hey, you look tacky in the outfit, then to let me go out in public and get publicly humiliated.
Facts.
A lot of people.
Super facts. Yeah. But like I said, it goes back to the thing. So when it comes to guys, a lot of times we don't have to preface the conversation with, do you want me to lie or do you want me to tell you the truth? Because we'll tell you the truth 9 times out of 10 no matter what. We ain't gonna sit there and lie to you. But with a female, because you're talking about more of an emotional, you're talking about an emotional response you're going to get. And then if you're dating said female or married to said female or whatever your relationship status is, sometimes you have to preface the conversation because what you want me to do? You want me to just boost your ego just because, or do you want me to tell you the truth?
Well,
but I always say I'm gonna tell you the truth. Because if I love you, I'm telling you the truth no matter what. If you look bad at something, yeah, you look whack. What?
The problem is this is all a lack of godliness. That's all this is. It's a lack of godliness because I think people forget lying is a sin.
That's the other
thing. It is a heinous sin. There's no such thing as a white lie. That's saying like there's white murder, right? There's no minor sin. Sin, yes, has degrees of... Yeah, well, because sin does have degrees of severity, but sin is sin, and all sin is worthy of hell. After all, the Bible clearly states all liars will have their part in the lake of fire. Yep. You don't need to tell one lie to be a liar. We're all guilty of that.
Yep.
But you don't want to continue to tell lies.
Right.
Especially you know the price of them.
Yep.
It doesn't matter who you're talking to. Truth should be the priority of your life.
Facts.
Without truth, what are you doing?
But see, the thing is that certain people...
Well, let me put it this way. Who are you going to fear? You're going to fear God or you're going to fear man? Figure it out this day.
Yeah. I always tell people, I don't fear nobody but God himself. Everybody else, I don't fear none of that. But a lot of people get so caught up in what it feels like versus what's the fact.
Well, the problem is...
you always say facts over feelings.
Well, elaborate on that. What do you mean?
People are so concerned about, well, I want somebody to tell me something because it makes me feel better.
I hate that. I hate that because
as opposed to telling them the truth about
No,
the
I hate
situation.
that.
If you're terrible with money, somebody wants to tell you, go ahead and still buy that because it boosts up their
I'm
feelings
straight up
and
with
ego.
that.
No,
I know I'm terrible with
no,
money.
but.
I ain't gonna lie
No,
about
I'm not
that.
saying I wasn't
No,
specific
no.
against
No,
you per se.
I know.
I'm just saying that certain people would take that because they want their feelings are involved, so they want their feelings, their ego stroked, like they're doing good, even though you know clearly they're down bad. You know clearly they're doing something wrong, but they want their feelings, they want their feelings accounted for. And what they do, here's the problem: they go to social media.
Yeah.
They don't go to social media to learn about what's right or what's wrong. A lot of people go to social media to supplement what they want to hear. Meaning that if you go to social media and be like, well, I'm bad with money. So you're not going to somebody to try to learn financial literacy, like, well, let me get better with money. You know what you're doing? You're looking at the dude who's just bought himself a brand new Tesla.
Well, look,
spending money that he doesn't have.
well, look,
And then you're wishing that, I wish it was me. So I'm going to get this little money I've been making and throw it towards a Tesla and put myself in more debt.
because put simply,
Just
no matter
just
what
to
your
show
views-
and tell.
Just a flash because
the problem
you're
is
seeing somebody else do it.
It's simply this: listen, whatever your views are, if your views are not challenged on a regular basis in a healthy and constructive way, you will do nothing but puff yourself up with smoke.
Right.
You need to have your views challenged, especially when it comes to faith, because it's not about who's right, but what is truth.
Yes.
Now, that sounds like the same statement, but no, it's about truth, right? Why do I believe in Christianity? Because it's the only true religion,
Right.
right? That is a strong statement. No. But that's a strong statement because if that's the one true religion, you know what that means? Buddhism is wrong. The Quran is wrong.
Catholics wrong.
Catholics are wrong.
Jehovah's Witness.
Jehovah's Witnesses are wrong.
Yep.
Those people
Yeah,
are wrong,
no stereotype.
right? That is a powerful statement. But why am I doing that? It's truth. Well, what is my truth but the Word of God?
Right.
That is the truth that I lean upon. But I need that challenged, right? Why? Because no sword is ever sharpened in its sheath. You need to pull it out.
Yes, and it goes into something super important. A statement. Have a take, don't suck. What does that mean? If you're going to make a statement or say something that's true, you gotta have stuff to back up that truth. Have a take that doesn't suck. Because a lot of people, they'll make a statement but don't have nothing to back it up or substantiate that statement.
Yeah,
so
true.
that means that they're just saying a statement. That doesn't mean that it's true. That doesn't mean that they're saying a statement.
I see this
But
all-
if you
all the
back
time.
it up with facts,
Especially
that
in fight
changes
world.
that statement. Because people, you hear this in God, if you get into an argument with somebody, they'll just rattle off a whole bunch of things, but they're not backing it up with any type of merit or facts. They're just saying that, well, your haircut's bad. Why? How? You're just saying it just because you're trying to just. No. I mean, a kid gotta get shape
My
up.
first ball cut.
I gotta.
But no,
No, I'm just saying that as an example, but they're not substantiating that with. They're not substantiating that with facts.
But see, this is another thing that comes up on because you said something about people's feelings, and it's so true because it's like a lot of people value their feelings than they do the truth, especially in relationships. Because if your spouse asks you, and I ran into this problem all the time, especially when you be around certain individuals. Do you like these shorts in front of everybody?
Yes.
Now, a natural common guy would say, "Yeah, baby, I like you in the shorts," but 9 times out of 10, he don't like those shorts. Why are you wearing those shorts? Them shorts ain't for you. Who did you see with those shorts? Or why do you want those shorts?
Yes, but see, if you're strong enough in your relationship, and this is where a lot of guys get wrong. People want to be yes men as opposed to being right men. You want to be the yes man. Yes, that looks good. Yes, your hair is okay. Yes, this is fine. Yes, it's okay for you to go on out here with everything just hanging out every which way. So
You just said something funny. That brings me back with that Kevin Hart thing when he does that joke when he's like, "Hey babe, I'm going out." Cool. Being a
Well,
girl.
I mean,
Do you?
Yeah.
another way to.
But
In a
see,
reverse way,
but
when
you
it's
gotta
a guy,
understand that, you know, if you really value that person, if you really truly love that person you're in a relationship with, you have to have the strength to say no, even if they get mad at you. Nah, that ain't gonna work.
Well, I mean, to
Why?
make a.
And they're gonna. And here's the thing. Just like you said, if you say no and they say why, you know what they're doing? They're challenging you
authority.
on what you. No, not challenging your authority.
On what
They're
you know.
challenging the statement.
It's
Why
a
does
challenge
it-
of conviction.
Yes. Why does it not look good? Now, if you stand on your no, this doesn't look good, what you should do? Have to take and don't stop. If you're gonna say no, you better have a good reason why you're saying no. But see, a lot of people, but a lot of guys will just say no and leave it alone. No.
that's
No.
true.
What I'm
No,
saying
you're
that they'll say no and be like no, and because I said so.
Well,
No, because I'm the man of the house. No, because I'm the breadwinner. You know, they'll say no, but not substantiated like, no, I don't want you to wear this outfit because it doesn't look good for you. No, I don't want you to wear this outfit because it's not appropriate for where we're going as far as like this restaurant or place. No, I don't want you to wear this because, it doesn't match or coordinate. You're wearing like purple with fuchsia or something stupid, you know, something that doesn't really coordinate. But you gotta be grown enough to have the conversation and be grown enough to stand on it, even if they're not going
Listen,
to like
girl.
it. Because here's the thing: even if they don't like it at the time, guess what they're gonna do? They're gonna think about it. Because you wanna know why? They're gonna respect what you say. Now, I say this all the time. I say it in sales, and I say this all the time. It is my job to give you the info. It is your job to figure out what you want to do with it. It's the same thing when you go into Christianity. It is my job to let you know that Jesus Christ is Lord and King. It is my job to tell you that. It is your job to figure out what you want to do with said info. If you decide, I don't believe that to be true, that is your choice. My job is done. I gave you the info. It is your job to decide what you want to do with it. It's the same thing when you're in a relationship. If I tell you something and I give you facts behind it, do what you will.
It's just like when
But for every action, there's an equal and opposite.
It's just like when you go to school.
Recoil.
Your job is to teach you. Your job is to encounter information.
And keep in mind, for every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. Meaning
Now-
that there's going to be good and a bad.
you talked about something that is plaguing the world. You called it a yes man.
Yep.
Right. Now, obviously, a yes man isn't necessarily a yes man. It's just a person who says yes all the
All
time.
the time. Correct.
More accurately, a yes human.
Correct.
But
Yes.
the problem is,
Shout out to Brian Danielson.
to put it this way, a yes man is a dead man, but the right man is a dying man.
Yep.
What does that mean? Let me break it down. A yes man is a dead man because he's living for nothing.
Yep.
He says yes to everything.
Correct.
Whether good or ill, he will say yes. Why? He's dead. What does he got to live for? He may appear alive, but he's dead because all he can say is yes. The right man is a dying man because he's dying because he's right. What do I mean by that? Simply this. To be right is to be hated.
He's absolutely correct. Because when you are standing on something that is strong enough, and y'all gonna understand this, I'm gonna try to tell you this.
Oh, no.
Not everybody's going to like what y'all do.
Exactly.
You're gonna alienate friends that you've known for years, family members who've been rocking with you because you're one way. The change because you're doing something that is right, not because it's not because of a feeling. You're doing it because it's right. You change your life because it's right. And guess what? You're gonna lose a lot of people. They're gonna hate it.
And like I tell people,
You will get persecuted for doing good.
even with the stuff I do, even with the knowledge I know, even with my training, you don't think a lot of people hated when I became that top guy? I made more enemies than I made friends.
But it's
just
okay.
because when you at a certain level of relevancy, people don't want to see you. That people want to watch he there and not me.
Right. Because
See what I'm
again,
saying? And that's something I had to deal with in a couple years in the past because it's like, but as I learned in the process and as I became friends with you. When you say it's bigger than you, that's a bold statement because it is true. Sometimes it is bigger than me, but people don't understand it because it's like, okay, if this person got to the top of the mountain, why am I still standing down here looking at the floor?
No, because you wanna kick it with the cool crew.
Yeah.
No, forget it. I'm gonna give you the honest answer. You wanna kick it with the cool crew.
I'm sorry, that sounds like a Disney show.
Yeah. So when you're trying to kick it with when you're kicking it with the cool crew, you know, they're all at the bottom level. You may think that they're at the top level because they have a little bit of status in their little circle that they're in, but they're at the base level. They're not elevating nobody. They're not elevating nobody. They're not elevating nothing. But they just have a little bit of status. They have a couple of girls in their roster, but everybody is at the bottom.
I like how you said that statement.
They're at the bottom. But if you're gonna get to a certain level, you're gonna have to separate yourself. And guess what? The people who's kicking it with the cool kids, and you separate yourself from the cool kids, guess what happens?
And the sad thing is, too, guys, family members, if you deal with something, they don't like that.
Same
First
thing.
one to betray you is your family.
Same thing. You want to know why? Because if you're to the point where you're separating yourself for something that is good,
and you told me this is going to happen.
of course it is. Because when you are getting your life together, and you're putting all the pieces together, and people start to see it, and they're not. They respect it, but they're not going to like it because they want to do what you're doing, but they don't have the drive, the motivation, and the support around them to make it happen. Even though they could have the drive and the motivation and support, but they don't want to because they're choosing not to. You are a living example of growth.
Well, it's it's like the simple phrase is drive or die. Most choose to die.
Right, and most people would rather